Yo, what's up, BSO community? Coming back on another video about the current state of the werewolf and what I think needs to be done in order to fix a lot of the problems that I'm starting to see. Um, Granted, werewolf is powerful in its own right in some ways, but I've noticed that the build diversity for werewolf definitely has cut down a lot, and it's only like one or two builds that seem to be the only thing that's really performing decently well. Sure, it's still not going to be able to compete against the current meta at the point. You can hold your own, sometimes win, but a lot of the times you will lose, or you just get into the constant like stalemate fights all the time. Um, Something that I'm also nitpicking a lot is that I feel like Werewolf hasn't got a really good update. Yeah, they did a rework probably about a year ago now, but it wasn't a buff or anything like that, and it wasn't crazy by no means. They were just they gave us major protection, and they did some stuff with the hemorrhages and bleeds, and some about light and heavy attacks. But other than that, it wasn't nothing crazy. I've noticed in PvP lately and PvE is that my werewolf builds tend to plateau. Like it seems like I can't get any stronger than like using Wretched, Oak Father, and Oaken Soul, and maybe a little different class changes and stuff like that. And there's things like class mastery and scribing and skill styles and stuff like that. Werewolf gets stuff every once in a while. For example, Werewolf got a ferocious roar or a roar skill style and a claw still skill style. We haven't got any new abilities, nothing. People say, well, it's not a class. Look, you literally have skills that you can create that are not even from the regular class lines. For example, soul magic, right? You get the little soul burst heal or whatever. I forgot what it was called, but you get stuff like that. There, werewolf could literally have a new ability. It could be like an a bite attack. It could be a knockdown. It could be something different. It can be an AOE heal. It can be anything, literally. And I believe the devs can create something like that, if they try to. And there might be something in the future. But as it stands, Werewolf right now is not that good in everything. And it probably doesn't need to be good in everything, but at least there needs to be more immersion to it. Maybe a sound overhaul or an ability overhaul. You know, they can completely rework the skill line. They can make the werewolf completely different than what it is, just to keep the game fresh. But I feel like werewolf hasn't changed in years. It's literally feels the same. Kind of feels like it's outdated. Um, our heal still scales off of max health, which isn't that big of an issue. They could literally allow us to have our heals scale off of damage for one of the morphs, and another morph allows it to scale off of health, right? But they haven't even done anything like that yet. Eh, And it seems like with this class identity changes coming up, there could be a possible buff in the future or a possible rework or something, right? But I really feel like we haven't got anything. Um, there used to be a few guys on the forums that would like say stuff for werewolf buffs, but really no response from the dev team, really. No changes, nothing. So I'm just saying that werewolf needs some love, man. Like I've been playing this game for a good while, and that's really all I play. And I know people say, well, I can probably play something else, try something different, right? But I, I don't want to just do that, That's the only reason why I play this. This is my identity. This is what I enjoy in the game. Um, and I feel like I've been using the same. one or two builds for years now due to the the plateauing and the pigeonholed. Like I feel like we're pigeonholed a lot. Um, yeah, and werewolf in groups isn't very good either. It seems like uh, without like proper roles like healers, bombers, and stuff with you. At least in Cyrodiil and battlegrounds, it's okay because it's more manageable and controlled environment. Unlike Cyrodiil, where it's more sporadic and a bunch of bombers and pools and negates and whatever other mess, being heavily outnumbered. In the PDE world, it feels like werewolf is like not really getting any immersive benefits, not getting any new skins, not getting any new cosmetics, anything like that. Man, stuff like that would just make werewolf better. And I don't know if you guys would agree. Not everybody would be down for it, but it at least needs something. Um, a complete overhaul would be amazing. Sound overhaul, a texture update, a new model, new abilities, new ways the werewolf can attack, new skills, new anything like that. New skills, whatever, new whatever it can be. Something. So, yeah. But that's all, guys. Peace out.